Man arrested in Britain on suspicion of trying to damage Magna Carta. London, a man was arrested on Thursday in connection with the vandalism of a glass display case at the cathedral in Salisbury, England, housing an original Magna Carta, one of the world's most revered legal documents. The local police said the man, 45, was taken into custody and is suspected of using a hammer to smash 3 holes in the case protecting the document, which was made in 1215 and is one of only 4 surviving original copies. "We are very relieved that no one was hurt during the incident and that the Magna Carta itself is undamaged," a spokeswoman for the Salisbury Cathedral said in a statement. "We are very grateful to all who dealt with the situation so swiftly. The document has been temporarily taken off display," the statement added. The Salisbury Cathedral has been in the news for another reason this year. 2 men accused of poisoning a former Russian spy and his daughter in Salisbury in March claimed they were actually in the city to see the cathedral. A spokeswoman for the Wiltshire Police said the force was gathering witness statements regarding the vandalism. "As far as I know, this is the first attempt to attack it," said David Carpenter, a professor of medieval history at King's College, London, and the author of Magna Carta, a book about the document. "The main damage to originals, apart from them merely being lost, has been from fire or ill-advised attempts at conservation," he added. "One of 2 copies owned by the British Library in London is illegible because of both types of damage," Professor Carpenter said. Magna Carta, which means Great Charter in Latin, is seen by many as the world's first declaration of the rule of law, and of people limiting a ruler's power to protect their own rights. In the United States, it is widely seen as the basis for some of the principles in the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. English barons wrote the document and forced King John to consent to it to prevent a civil war. Professor Carpenter said the barons were angry with the taxes that the king was levying to fund foreign wars and his abuse of justice, among other issues. In the document, the king agreed not to arrest free men or take their property without a lawful process, and to guarantee equal access to justice. Shortly after giving it the royal seal, King John asked the Pope to annul the document, Professor Carpenter said, but he did not try to destroy the copies, of which at least 13 were made. "I dare say if he'd had the opportunity, he might have done," Professor Carpenter said. But he died quite quickly afterward.